Efforts to protect and regenerate the country's water towers in the North Rift region is starting to pay off. A few months after illegal squatters were evicted from forest, there is improved water flow in rivers, hence fresh water supply and degraded areas are regenerating, all thanks to increased rainfall. Our reporter Emily Kibade was in Mount Elgon and Embobut and filed the following report.
Friday, June 19, 2020, as the rest of the country was grappling with COVID-19 pandemic, a multi-agency team was carrying out an operation to evict encroachers of forest land at Cheptais Forest inside the Mount Elgon water tower. And after the arrest of more than 30 people and ejection of 1,000 others for invading and destroying forest cover through illegal cultivation, the forest is now slowly regenerating.
Those other areas, we can even do aerial seeding, like what will happen in Mau. Aerial seeding can also happen here, especially where the seed banks have disappeared. But mainly we are looking at natural regeneration. Once we deter people from getting into the forest, I'm sure natural regeneration in the next few years is going to be almost 50%.
Wild animals are also coming back to their natural habitat, with community members finally acknowledging the positive results.
Wamefanya mzuri sana, wamesaidia sisi sana. Wana saa hewa tunapata hewa smart. Hata manyama nimesikia manyama inakuja mpaka hapa. Ile kitambo walikuwa wamekata hakuna. Miti ya hakuna. Huwezi kuona nyama. Hata ndovu last year ilikuja mpaka huko KBC.
Community ya Cheptais ina support, particularly kama tutauliza raia waungana na serikali to conserve forest.
According to Chief Conservator of Forest, Julius Kamau, evictions of illegal dwellers from the gazetted forest land countrywide has led to tens of thousands of acres being reclaimed.
From June last year up to end of last year, we have been able to reclaim not less than 4,000 hectares of forest land.
Despite the progress the government has made in reclaiming forest land by evicting and compensating communities that used to live inside the forests, they still face the challenge of indigenous communities claiming it's their ancestral right to live inside these forests.
We meet Joseph Kipto, a member of the Sengwer community, who lived inside Embobut Forest for the better part of his childhood.
Jamii ya Sengwer ni watu wenye wanapenda kuipata mazingira na walikuwa wanataka ushirikiano. Hao wenyewe kama jamii wanasema wanataka kukaa na wanyama yao huko ndani. So ile kitu walikuwa wanataka kuomba tu ni jinsi ya kuhifadhi mazingira wakiendelea na kuchunga wanyama wao.
The Forest Conservation and Management Act 2016 allows for the management and conservation of forests by community members through community forest associations and prohibits inhabitation of forests.
The law does not provide for residential stay in the forests, but it creates a very, very elaborate framework that allows us as Kenya Forest Service to develop jointly with the forest adjacent community the participatory forest management plan.
Mary Kemboi says, a former resident of Embobut Forest, the evictions have been a blessing in disguise.
Nimepongeza kabisa vile tulitoka, nimeona mabadiliko. Mambo na usalama ilikuwa mbaya, lakini vile tulitoka ilirudi. Mimi kama mama mwenye nilitoka huko nimejivaa smart. Hata nimefanana na wenye wako nje. Watoto yangu hata nimepeleka shule. Na sisikia hata mmoja ambaye ananiambia amesikia tumbo na hata kichwa. Lakini vile nilikuwa huko, tulikuwa tunapambana asubuhi kabisa. Ile kidogo tulipata na mzee tulienda kununua shamba yetu kidogo na tukaishi salama.
Improved water flow in rivers means there's plenty of clean water and food.
Maji ilikuwa kidogo sana, maji haingeweza kufika kwa maboma, lakini kwa sasa maji imekuwa mingi. Ile maji imekuwa mingi, irrigation imekuwa mingi. Yaani tuna irrigate kwa sababu maji imefika kwa maboma, chakula tunapata, hata kuuza, tunauza chakula zingine, tupate pesa, tunanunua ile ambayo haipandwi.
Anthony Musyoka, the acting head of North Rift Conservancy, tells us the journey to restore Embobut Forest has not been an easy one.
As it is now,
Many illegal activities that were happening here have been curtailed. We do not have people who are living within the forests. The challenge that we are facing currently is that we still have intruders who are doing some few paddocking to put their cattle and sheep.
Embobut Forest is located in Elgeyo-Marakwet County. Marakwet is sub-county in the North Rift region and is a vital ecosystem. It lies in the larger Cherangani Hills water tower, a major watershed area draining its waters into Lake Turkana and Victoria basins. Despite the progress made, there is still more work to be done.
What we do in those areas, we go back in terms of actually reforesting, that is planting trees afresh. We also assess and see whether we can be able to use issues of enrichment planting, meaning you allow both the natural regeneration and also you enrich the planting in there. However, we also acknowledge that KEFRI, I know, for example, they are doing a bit of research and trial with regard to aerial seeding. This, if it works, and if we get a correct protocol from KEFRI, advising KFS on how to handle this, we believe also aerial seeding could complement our effort, especially with the very sparse areas that we have of degraded ecosystems.
The country still has a long way to go to achieve the 10% forest cover. But all is not lost. With degraded spaces like Embobut Forest slowly regenerating, the government is on its way to ensure more measures are taken in order to protect these forests. Reporting from Embobut Forest for Channel 1 News, I am Emily K.
Thank you so much, Emily, for that report.